Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another vlog. I feel like I've been on such a roll with the vlogs lately, but I've been lucky enough to do so many exciting things. And today I thought I'd vlog because I am going to a very exciting event, going to the Waterstones Rebecca Ross event. Before I get into that, I am in the middle of my makeup, that's why I probably look a little bit crazy right now, but I thought let's just start the vlog here, a little chit chat and a little makeup with you guys. This big thing here is also my mirror, so if you're wondering what that is, it's just so I can see because the viewfinder is so small on this camera and I don't want to be looking like a clown, so bear with me. But yeah, so this event is to celebrate Rebecca Ross's release of Wild Reverence, which is, I guess, the prequel book to the Divine Rival series, and I know a lot of people love that book. I only just recently read it, so this comes at a perfect time, and oh my gosh, it was absolutely brilliant. I think at the end of this vlog I might do a little review on it, so if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. But yeah, my lovely boyfriend has volunteered to come with me into Birmingham to go to this event. I've only ever been to one other author event before, and that was for Lisa Jewell, but that was a book signing and that was at the Waterstones in Nottingham, and they have like a big event room thing. But this event I don't believe is a signing. I think when I got the ticket it said that you get like a pre-signed book, so I don't know if there's like a talk and maybe a little meet and greet, which will be so exciting. If you didn't already know, Rebecca Ross is the author that actually got me into reading. I literally read her Queen's Rising book when it came out in 2018. I remember walking into Waterstones and I was going on a holiday and I was like, right, I want to get into reading. I feel like beach reading sounds really fun. So I went to Waterstones and picked up the first book I could find with like a magical, wistful, like fantasy cover, and it happened to be that one. And I absolutely loved it, and I ended up buying the second book and then lots more of her books. And then obviously she literally blew up with Divine Rivals, I think maybe like 2 years ago now, maybe a year ago. And then my little secret favourite author wasn't a secret anymore, and everyone loves her books, which I'm so happy about because they are brilliant. I've been talking about them for years and waiting for people to get on the bandwagon. I still haven't read Ruthless Vows yet, which is the second in the Divine Rivals duology, but I really want it in like the hardback. I don't usually love hardback books, and I know I talk about that quite often, so you're probably thinking what the hell are you on about? But it's because I've got the first book in the hardback, and the one that I got for today, which is Wild Reverence, is I believe a hardback. So I was like, I can't get two hardbacks and a paperback because that would look a bit silly on my shelf, so I really need to get that. I don't know if maybe they'll be selling them today, I have no idea. And I'm really hoping no spoilers are talked about because obviously I've only read the first one, so I'm a bit nervous, but it will be fine. I can still read a book if I know what happens. I think I'm also gonna do a little vlog over on my TikTok. I'm thinking of doing like, you know when you take the pictures and you do a swipe. Really enjoy doing them. I used to do them all the time. I have a little highlight on my TikTok called Day in the Life, so if you ever want to check out my other ones, I think I did one for the Lisa Jewell signing, you can go in there and have a look at my days in my life. But it's just a matter of remembering to do it. I feel like I'm so bad. I get really nervous in like event situations. I never pull my phone out, I never pull my camera out, so I'm really gonna try today to get some content for you guys and for myself, just have memories of this event because obviously she's my favourite author and I'm really looking forward to meeting her and hearing her talk all about the book and all about like her writing experiences. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. I think I might just go for something comfy because it is really rainy today and I'm probably just gonna get wet anyway. The event is an early one, it's at 2 p.m, so I think after the event I might do some like autumn baking because it feels so autumnal today. That actually reminds me, I made an order because I actually want to give away with Fleurs on Sunday. If you didn't know what Fleurs on Sunday is, it's a bookmark brand, and I've seen so many of my book friends have their bookmarks and I haven't had any yet. When I won the giveaway I was so excited because I mean I have so many bookmarks now, but I'm never going to stop buying them. I just love them so much. I got these bookmarks. I actually only got these two, and then she puts in an extra one as a free gift, which is so sweet. And as I was talking about before, these are perfect for autumn. There's a little Taylor Swift one, which is the one that I got for free, and it says I remember it all too well, and it's so cute, got all these little autumnal things on. And then the one that I actually ordered myself is Fall Romance Book Club. There was an Autumn Romance Book Club because I know fall is very American of me, but this one had like lots of pink on it and I'm a pink lover, so I had to get this one. It's just too cute. And the last one I ordered, which actually has nothing to do with autumn, is just really cute. It is this little like old-fashioned library card one, and it says I'm literally just a girl, which I say to my boyfriend all the time. It's like our funny little motto, like it's so unserious. But as soon as I saw this I was like, I have to get this. But yeah, I need to stop blabbering, otherwise I'm going to be very late because it is a little bit of a journey to get there. But I hope you enjoy today's vlog. I want to make this one as cozy as possible due to the weather changing, so grab a cup of tea, grab a little blanket, and I hope you enjoy. snuddy because it's absolutely freezing, but I'm loving it because it means autumn's on the way and I cannot wait. As we all know, as I always mention, it's my favourite season ever. Partly because obviously my birthday is in the autumn season. My birthday is December 11th, which doesn't fall into winter, which I thought for years, because actually winter starts on December 22nd, which I did not know. So technically I'm an autumn baby. Love that for me. And oh my god, let me show you something. Just on the topic of autumn, look how cute this is. It's a little crochet ghost and bat. I went to Hobbycraft the other day, which is kind of like a, I guess, creative art kind of store. If you're not from the UK, that's basically what it is. And I saw these and I was like, you're coming home with me. I'm actually getting some secret renovations done to my bedroom in the next couple of weeks, which I will be making a video of because it just tie in with books a little bit, but that's all the information I'm going to give you. And I just thought in the renovations we need some more Halloween decorations because I don't have enough. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Let's talk about the event. I tried to film as much as I could, so there is a couple clips in there. I didn't really feel like talking to the camera. I was like, I don't really know what to say. This is a bit of a weird situation. I've like never been to an author event like that. I feel like I've already spoken about this. If I have, sorry. But this was like in like a theatre kind of thing. So there's people everywhere and I felt really shy. But the event was amazing. I really wanted to get there early because I wanted to try get like near the front, because the Lisa Jewell one I was all the way at the back and I couldn't really see, but I didn't read the ticket properly. It said 2 p.m, but then on the like event places website it said doors open at 1 to 1:30. Luckily we got there at 1:20. And I was like, oh my god, yes, we're so early, I'm gonna get a really good seat. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get a bad seat, but it's not as close as I wanted to be, but it is what it is. I was just grateful to be there. Rebecca came out and she's being interviewed by Kate Dillon, who is another author, and she was just talking all things Wild Reverence, which is the new spin-off book to the Divine Rival series. And she was also talking about some of her like writing tips and like writing journey, which I found so interesting. I've been obsessed with Rebecca Ross's books and like her as an author since 2018, so to actually like get to hear like her perspective of being a writer and like her journey and stuff, I was like, this is incredible. And it just felt so inspiring as well. Like, I'm about to write a fantasy book for real because my creative juices are flowing right now. Yeah, very good, very chill. And then at the end there was like a meet and greet. I had no idea what was going to happen. I was very nervous because I was like, I'm really socially awkward. I don't know what to say. Like, I want to tell her so many things, like how much I love her books and like how she inspired me to read more fantasy and it's changed my life. And luckily I did get those words out. I was worried I was going to freeze up and just be like, hi. But it was all good. I actually ended up being at the very back, so it was quite nice to not feel rushed. But yeah, we met and she was so lovely, and I'll insert some pictures here. I'll probably post on my Instagram eventually. I'm really bad at my Instagram. Editing photos is not my forte. That's why my Instagram is such a chaos. Like, there's so many things going on. And I look at other people's and I'm like, oh, it's so aesthetic and so cohesive, but it's my chaotic mess. But yeah, getting to tell your favourite author how much their books mean to you is definitely like one of the best experiences. I was going to get the book before I went, but I had no idea how stunning it would be. So this is the hardback version, but look at these sprayed edges. As soon as the lady handed it to me and I saw the sprayed edges, I was like, whoa, this probably is the most beautiful book I've ever read in my entire life. Then on the inside it has this absolutely stunning art of, I guess, the characters. I haven't read it yet, so I'm not even sure. It's definitely the characters though. Then on the front, which I was literally screaming about when I saw this, it has like a little quote from the book printed on the front in like a gold kind of shimmer. I don't think I've ever owned a hardback book which actually has stuff on the actual book underneath the sleeve, so this is going to be very exciting to put on a bookshelf. I thought to end this video off, because I'm not sure how long this vlog is going to be. A lot of my subscribers really enjoy my shorter content, but I always feel like, oh, is it enough? I don't know. So I thought I would give you a tiny little review of Divine Rivals if you've never heard of it, because I need everyone to read this book. It truly is one of the best out there. It's basically kind of set in like an alternate World War II. So it's about a girl called Iris, and her brother ends up going off to fight in the war, which is between two gods, and she's left with her mother, and she works as kind of like a journalist and writer at newspapers. And there she has her office rival called Roman Kit, and they just clash all the time. She comes from nothing, he comes from everything, and there's just kind of like a discrepancy going on between them. And they really want the same role in this job, but there can only be one of them, them who gets this role. So there's just so much tension, so much anger between them, trying to be better than each other. While she's at home, however, she ends up writing so many letters to her brother, even though she can't actually send them because she doesn't know where he is. So she ends up putting them under her wardrobe, and then she slowly starts to notice they start disappearing, and they're actually ending up in the hands of her nemesis, Roman Kit. And this is where the unlikely magical connection starts to form. This is obviously an enemies to lovers. I feel like the banter, the wit, the tension is sizzling all throughout the book. I literally could not put it down. I read it in probably about 2 sittings because I had to know what was going to happen, and the cliffhanger at the end has sent me into orbit because I don't have the second book yet. I really want to get my hands on the hardback version. I just can't wait to know what happens. One thing about Rebecca Ross is she writes the lore of her fantasy books so intricately. So as I said before, this is a war between 2 gods, and there's like more gods, and that's kind of what Wild Reverence is about these gods like thousands of years before and how they came to be and who they are. And I just think that's so awesome that she went that deep into it. As the book went on, it got so much more romantic. I was like screaming, kicking my feet at the thought of them two like clashing but kind of like starting to like each other, but then one of them doesn't know about a secret about the other, and oh, it's just amazing. There's quite a few different characters involved in this book also, and I feel like they're all so likable. I love when a book has side characters which you can really connect to. I feel like the Chatty series is quite similar to that, with like Kenji and people like that. You're like, oh my gosh, I love these characters, I want to keep reading just to find out more. The vulnerability of the 2 characters, the romance, the tension, the plot twists, it's just perfection. Something else I also want to go back to is the yearning. Trust me, if you are looking for a book with yearning or books with yearning, Rebecca Ross is the writer for that. She actually spoke a bit about it in the event, really, about how she always writes yearning men. Apparently in Wild Reverence, one of the main characters is like the yearning king, so I'm so excited to see that. But like Roman in this book, it's so unexpected because obviously at the start he's so like cold and harsh towards her because they're literally rivals, as the book says. There always is that little bit of yearning like scattered throughout his chapters, and then it gets more and more, and then by the end it's just exploding and you're just there like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I have no doubts that that is why this book is so successful, just because it doesn't get boring at all. The romance is up in the air all to the end. There's so many different things going on. The plot itself with the war is actually so traumatizing, so intense, and that keeps you hooked by itself, let alone everything else going on between these 2. But yeah, I fear I'm just yapping on about a whole lot of nothing right now, but I just want to say, if you've been thinking about reading this book, definitely do. Me, this was an instant 5-star. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this video here. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I got some super exciting vloggy style videos coming out in the next couple of weeks, and also I've got a lot of book videos planned. I've got literally like a whole list of recommendation videos I'm going to do, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, and I will see you in my next video.